In early 20th century India, human existence was rigidly mapped by an orthodox caste hierarchy. Your social class dictated where you could walk, what you could do, and how you were allowed to exist in public spaces. Born into the Isai Vellalar community, a young M. Karunadini attended music lessons in local temples, where he was forced to observe these rules. As a mandatory sign of deference to the upper castes, he was strictly forbidden from wearing slippers or even covering his upper body. Political rallies had little impact on a social hierarchy codified by centuries of religious practice. The leaders of the Dravidian movement realized that fighting the laws of the state was insufficient. They had to rewrite the culture itself. The ideological groundwork fell to Bharathidasan, a writer conferred the title of revolutionary poet by movement leader Periyar. He saw literature as a tool that could be weaponized to bypass the conservative elite. He rebelled through linguistics. Bharathidasan systematically purged Sanskrit derivatives from his Tamil writing. In rationalist plays and poetry like Pandiyan Parisu, he forced a new, distinct linguistic identity onto the page. But poetry naturally gravitates toward the highly educated. Bharathidasan drafted the ideological blueprint, but converting elite literature into a working-class uprising required a massive megaphone. That megaphone began to form in the hands of a teenage Karunanidhi. He organized student associations and began churning out hand-printed magazines like Manavanasan to distribute his own subversive writings. He was entirely consumed by the work. To fund guest speakers for an early student association event, the young activist quietly stole and pawned his mother's gold necklace for 50 rupees. Realizing print had a limited reach, he shifted his tactics to the stage. Karunanidhi began writing and producing traveling theatrical plays, but openly mocked caste prejudices and religious hypocrisy, speaking directly to agitated working-class audiences. Grassroots theater successfully woke up local villages, but to capture the ideological loyalty of the entire state, the movement needed to infiltrate the most powerful cultural engine of the era. They needed the industrial scale of Golden Age Tamil cinema. As the movie industry exploded, Karunanidhi realized the silver screen offered an unparalleled delivery system for political ideology. He positioned himself as a prolific screenwriter, penning massive blockbusters like Raja Kumari. He injected socialist, rationalist, and anti-caste dialogues directly into the mouths of the state's most popular matinee idols. The strategy peaked with the 1952 release of Padasakti. Starring a young Sivaji Ganesan, the script brutally attacked systemic inequality and delivered the movement's rhetoric to millions of viewers simultaneously. The film eviscerated the moral corruption of the priestly class. Outraged conservative elites immediately tried to censor the movie, demanding it be banned for criticizing Orthodox Hinduism. The censorship attempt failed. Audiences flooded the theaters, absorbing the ideology embedded in the dialogue and moving the cultural narrative of Tamil Nadu away from Orthodox control. This timeline tracks the correlation between the movement's cultural dominance and its political rise. As Tamil box office milestones grew, so did the Dravidian electoral vote share, culminating in a sweeping political takeover of the state government in 1967. Karunanidhi eventually ascended to chief minister. He held the office for 6,863 days over 5 terms, never losing a single assembly election across 13 contests. The subversive screenwriter had transitioned from the cinema directly to the head of the state government. He immediately began legislating the ideas he once disguised as entertainment. He legally validated self-respect marriages, officially recognizing weddings conducted without Brahmin priests or Vedic chanting. He established immense caste-based quotas for state jobs and education to force social mobility. He also targeted degrading labor practices, officially banning the use of hand-pulled rickshaws and transitioning those workers into alternative employment. The fictional dialogues written to entertain the masses in the 1950s had literally become the binding legal reality of the state by the 1970s. Off the coast of Kanyakumari, Karunanidhi commissioned a 133-foot stone colossus. The 133-foot monument honors the Tamil poet Thiruvalluvar. Dedicating a massive piece of public architecture to a writer represents the ultimate priority of the Dravidian movement strategy. True political revolution rarely begins at the ballot box. It starts in the pages of poetry and on the silver screen. Because to change the laws governing millions of people, you must first capture their imagination.